Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about Marauders issue 10, where we have a very anticlimactic conclusion to this overarching story arc that we had, where we had the Marauders having a real hard time with a group of Russians that had these body armors that can cancel out mutant powers, that were tied to the Russian government and to the Verendi and Madripoor. So as I mentioned previously, the big problem with these Russians were the battle armors that they used. They would cancel out mutant powers. So Storm actually confronts Forge over this. Back in the 80s, he had created this weapon that would cancel out mutant powers. So she asks Forge if there's any possibility that his technology would have fallen in Russian hands. And Forge is like, yeah, I destroyed everything relative to that weapon. But then he remembers that one of the engineers on the project had photographic memory. They realize that he has been kidnapped, so he was probably the one that gave the Russians the information to build these armors in the first place. So what happens now, we have the Marauders attack the transport vessel that the Russians were using to move these armors around. So the battle that we get is totally anticlimactic. And at the beginning of the series, these Russians would give the Marauders a run for their money. Now, this is not the case. It feels like the writer wants to resolve this whole plot line as quick as possible. Now that aside, I have to say that there's one really cool part about this story. So Forge is able to rescue this engineer. They take him to Krakoa, and Forge sort of tells him, look, you can't leave here. You're sort of like a liability to this island nation. And this engineer, who's his friend, is like, okay, he's sort of like, he doesn't have any other options. So it's a shame that they didn't stick the landing with the end of the story arc, but I'm going to leave this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.